Namaste, dearly beloved, and welcome to this video offering showing the collective out there how to program and use a pendulum to ask a yes or no question. So for those who are new to this channel, my name is Trey, and this is Experiential Energy Anatomy. And as a tarot reader who offers general collective readings to the introverse, I always preface each tarot reading as saying, arguably, a good tarot query should not be a yes or no question, as in who, what, where, when, how, or why. Now, for those who are concerned with asking your guides, right, your spirit guides, a yes or no question, a pendulum is a really important tool to have in your energetic toolkit. And you just simply need to program it to a yes or no response. And it's not that difficult. So that is what we will be doing today in this video offering, this demo. So if this is something that interests you, welcome, dearly beloved. All my little witches out there who are curious to know, do they love me or do they love me not? And in theory, though, you can propose any yes or no question to a pendulum, not just regarding your beloved. So, here we are. Now, I find, using a pendulum requires having a good limp wrist. And just, you need to come into a really calm, meditative state where you are not moving your wrist, right? Obviously, there's some micro movements, but just you can grab the pendulum, hold it still, okay? And say to your pendulum, show me my yes response. Please show me my yes response. Okay, so you can see the pendulum here is moving from left to right. Okay, so this is my yes response. Now you can ask the pendulum, please show me my no response. Pendulum, show me the no response. And I find here, if you really focus on the heart chakra, sending out that heart energy, it will connect with your center. And you can see here the pendulum is showing me the no response. So it's moving backwards and forwards. Okay. So for the skeptics out there who are saying that, I am influencing the pendulum, well, obviously the pendulum reacts to your energy field. That is why we are programming it, to attune your field to its field. And for anyone who is familiar with muscle response testing, to also ask yes or no questions, that is another alternative method to propose yes or no questions. And it is, for me, equally as useful of a tool to have in your energetic toolkit. So let's ask now the pendulum a simple yes or no question. Okay. Spirit, will I, Trey, be traveling in the immediate future? The pendulum is saying yes. It seems, dear viewer, I will be going on a little bon voyage, a little trip. Thank you, Spirit. Now, one more thing to know about pendulums. Obviously, when we are asking a yes or no question, right, people are expecting some type of direct answer. So, for example, if you are in separation from a twin flame or karmic connection, and you ask, for example, okay, is this person alive or dead, right? There's some wiggle room for interpretation always with a yes or no response. So, for example, just this may sound really odd to people, but if you're asking about, again, is someone alive or dead, and it says no, okay, that person could have physically passed, or they could just be a walking zombie. You know, there's always you need to leave space for interpretation still within a yes or no question, because people think, you know, it's either a hard yes or a hard no. And asking questions like, will I win the lottery? You know, that's a hard yes or a hard no? Well, it depends on your interpretation of the lottery. Like, you know, and then versus what is actually manifesting in what we call objective reality. So that is just one thing I wanted to throw out there to the introverse, to the collective, for reflection regarding working with the pendulum. Now, if you are seeking to really level up your pendulum game, you can use the pendulum as a divining tool. So there is things in the sphere of geomancy or earth magic, such as water diviners, or people who are ley line diviners, people who use tools, often divining rods, in order to locate the electromagnetic currents of the earth, or vortexes, or energy hotspots on planet Earth. And I find a pendulum is a good tool, because when you're over a vortex, it will start to make this spiraling motion, you know, and I obviously induced this spiraling motion to show you as an example, right? And I find that when it makes this spiraling pattern, you know, the spiral is the most, it's the most primordial energy pattern, or the prototype of energy, right? So when your pendulum starts to make that spiral, it is a good indicator that you have come across a spot with healthy, good earth energy. So for any of my little brujas, witches out there who are interested in geomancy, again, a pendulum can be so much more than just asking the question or the query, do they love me or do they love me not? So, if you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe. It helps this channel so much in so many ways, dear viewer, that may surprise you. And if you do not have a pendulum, I highly encourage you to go out and get one. This is just a clear quartz crystal pendulum, okay, and was not that expensive at all. And I love the Merkaba shape too. It's such a amazing energy, the Merkaba. You know, this is your spiritual vehicle. People who study metaphysics, sacred geometry, propose that the Merkaba is the shape through which we can astral project. So, you know, the shape of the pendulum can also affect the energy, but your pendulum has consciousness, it has personality. You know, find out what pendulum is speaking to you. There's many different types, and get to know that pendulum and its personality. So with that video offering, you know, being put out into the interverse, remember, all my little witches out there, that the summer solstice is on June 21st. Set your intentions, cast your spells, and may you have a beautiful high vibe day.